Hello everyone, my name is Theo. I'm going to tell you a little story about when I went out clubbing in Gangnam and it ended up with me sleeping on a subway station in the middle of nowhere. So let's get into it, okay? It was a beautiful spring day in the middle of Seoul. Me and my Canadian friend, let's call him my Canadian friend, we decided that we wanted to go out clubbing tonight. So I contacted my Korean friend who I know lives in Gangnam, and he told us to come to this club in Gangnam basically. We enter the club, we start drinking and dancing and you know, all that good jazz. So this friend, he actually had a table booked in the VIP section, so it was me and this Canadian friend and basically a shit ton of Koreans. This specific club doesn't have a lot of foreigners in it, so it was basically just the two of us and a lot of drunk Koreans. As the night progressed, everyone got more and more drunk, everyone was partying harder and harder, and shirts started coming off and people would just spraying champagne everywhere. It was just crazy, right? Eventually, I saw that it was 7 in the morning. Maybe it's time to go home now, right? My Korean friend said, "No, you can't go home now." So we decided to stay for a little longer. Finally, at 9 o'clock in the morning, we decided that it was actually time to leave, me and my Canadian friend. So I told my Korean friend that we were going to leave and he was like, "What? Already? You're leaving already?" My Korean friend came with us outside of the club just to say goodbye because he was actually going inside again because he wasn't quite done yet. Me and my Canadian friend leave, we get on the subway. We were both pretty drunk and really tired from the night, so I had to transfer at Chimney, which for those of you who doesn't know is a very big transit station in Seoul where you can go in a lot of different directions. Me being very drunk and tired, I just couldn't bother looking at the timetables and to see which train I had to take. So I just got on the first train that arrived at the station, which usually is the right one, but this time, as soon as I get on this train, I can see that this doesn't look like your normal subway train. And after a while, even the conductor of the train comes to me and he asks me for a ticket. So this was obviously not the train I was looking for. I decided to get off at the first station the train stops at, which ended up being 30 minutes later in the middle of nowhere outside of Seoul. So when I get off the train, I'm out in the mountains and there's a lot of ajumis? And there's a bunch of ajushis and ajumas going out in the morning for a nice hike. And then there's me, a drunk, smelly, tired foreigner. It was great! I had to wait for the next train going back into Seoul, so I decided to sleep a little bit on the station, and finally at around 11 o'clock in the morning, I arrived at my station. Yay! Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any similar experience, you can put it in the comment section below, and also don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can also watch our latest video right over here.
I kid you not, he interrupts me in the middle of a sentence.